when was the last time you've seen a grandfather's clock in the household of someone below the age of 70? I'm sure you could not think of anyone, right? Well, Mr. Ng's father started out the grandfather's clock business in the 1930s. In those early years, having a grandfather's clock in the household means wealth. But as time goes by, the grandfather's clock has long been forgotten as it is replaced by modern and digitalized clocks. But here in Old Town PJ, the shop still offers repairing services and sell the grandfather's clock. Mr. Ng's late father started out the business at Malacca in a small stall in the 1930s. The business began as a sole proprietorship in the name of Ching Heng. As time goes by, they changed the company name to Chan Heng Optical and Clock House Sendirian Berhad. There are a variety of clocks being sold in the shop. Mr. Ng's late father even went to the Basel Fair to import them all the way from Germany to Malaysia.
Our shop provides selling all types of clocks, grandfather clock, and we do repair all types of clocks. There are different types of clock. There's table clock, wall clock, grandfather, or cuckoo clock. We also come with two types of movement, what we call hand winding, or the battery operated, that is called quartz. The hand winding clock is much more complicated compared to the battery operated type, because the winding type contains a lot of parts and screws, whereas the battery type is much more easier. You only need to replace the whole movement.
Mr. Ng fully took over the business after his father passed away in 1994.
The reason why I take out this business is because I was interested in this business when I was young. So I would come over to my father's shop here, let's say like in the weekend or something in the school holiday, to learn how to do this repairing for watches and clocks.
During those days, Mr. Ng would sleep in the shop while his late father would be sleeping upstairs. He had a hard time mastering the skills of repairing clocks and watches.
It took me a few years to learn how to repair watches, clocks. Well, the difficulty in learning or repair for the watches is there are so many parts and screws for you to remember where to fix the screw and the parts. Well, for grandfather clock, it's more complicated because the movement include of a chime, a striking of sound. That's why it's more complicated for the grandfather clocks. In early stage, I really thought of giving up because this is not an easy job for me.
Mr. Ng's late father would stand beside and supervise him whenever he was repairing a watch or clock until he proved his capability after a few years of working.
I do experience scold by customer. That is the watch which is returned back, and my father is always there to guide me to solve the problem.
With the increasing competitors and large shopping malls appearing into the scene, Mr. Ng's business was largely affected.
After I run the business, I opened a few branches to expand my business in KK and KL. Well, due to the economy down and the demand, I had to close down all the branches within 5 years.
There is also another reason for this. The grandfather clock market is dying slowly over the years. While there are still people who appreciate the grandfather clocks, the newer generation does not think so.
Isn't that the clock that makes a lot of loud noises when it rings? Like ting, ting, ting.
It's really special. It looks different because not many people have it.
Something very classic. It's quite nice because it's very big. Yeah.
I think I like it because I like something that looks old and I can keep like a collector's item.
I think it's very artistic that you can keep it anytime you want. The design and all is very everlasting, so it's very nice.
I don't think I would like it because it's old-fashioned. We all have like digital clocks these days, so I don't think we need a grandfather.
Yeah, definitely. It worth the price. It may be more price in the future. you can't get this some for next generation.
I'm not really sure about the price, but if let's say it's like antique, I think it should be more expensive, but if you would it.
I think it is worth it.
No, it isn't worth it.
I don't think so. I think it's way too expensive. I mean, like, it's just a clock. Yes, it has a very nice design and all, but I think the price is not worth it.
If it's too pricey, then I don't think it's worth it.
Mr. Ng ventured into a new industry in the hope to help the shop survive.
That's the reason why that made me to decide to go to Japan to take the course and training. After I completed my course, I added the optical business in my shop, along with selling calculators, pen, lighters, and premium items. And as this is a new business, I take this risk with the hope of to help the shop to survive.
Since then, Mr. Ng has added optical business into the shop and changed the shop's name to Chan Heng Optical and Clock House Niran Berhad. As a traditional shop, Mr. Ng has no intention on competing with large optical shops, but depends on his loyal customers and also those who do not go for trendy watches and glasses for sales. Mr. Ng has no plans of retiring and intends to do this business for as long as he could. Even though the grandfather's clock business has run down, he will still try to keep it running and preserve the skills of repairing the grandfather's clock.